Hello there everybody, and welcome back once again to hell. That's right, we are still on Vulcan for our sins, and we've got a lot to do today. This checklist is woefully out of date. We'll have to take a pass at that later. It's not very helpful right now because I need to get inside here, turn on my UI, and swap out my oxygen tank. We've now stored up enough to actually make use of it. Look at that, 8 megapascals of breathable goodness, and we can go ahead and dump the contents of this canister out too, and talk about what we're going to do next. So, in the previous episode, we managed to recapture some oxygen. I'm just filling this tank up so we can put some more in there. And we managed to cool down this room. It is now 25C in here, which means that we are now able to build out hydroponics if we want to. We'll need to hit 50 kilopascals of pressure in this space in order to do that comfortably, which means we are going to need to inject some more of that hot CO2 that we captured previously and let the air conditioner cool that down slowly but surely. Now, thankfully for us, we have a little bit of power to do that with, so I'm not too worried. What's the temperature in here? Still 133C. We saw some kind of inefficiency wall that we hit when it was about 200C, so 133, I think we've still got some room to work with, and we can just dump the contents of this pipe out, right? Let's also filter out some more CO2 for our use, because I want to push the pressure up in this room to let's get up to 55 kilopascals. It can be mostly carbon dioxide, that's fine with me. We got 4 megapascals of oxygen there. What's that, 400 moles? How many moles goes into a canister when it's at full tilt? Let's just pop the helmet off for a second here. An 8 megapascal canister has 200 moles of oxygen in it. Okay, so 123, so this would fill up this tank and then 2 more. I think that's enough. I'd like to keep some oxygen in this room. Yeah, I'm aware. That's sort of, we might as well ditch this and eat and drink while we're here. Also, some great news. The water nutrition mod, the plants and nutrition mod, sorry, has updated and is now working. However, using it kills us instantaneously. Literally 0 chance of survival, which is not great. We don't want that to happen. What just exploded? Oh, it was this. Okay, good. I panicked for a second. Oh. Aha! Yeah, that's about to explode, isn't it? Quickly. Just delete the gas. The simplest solution I've ever seen. Oh, and he says he's above exploding gameplay mechanics. We actually just need to put a passive vent right there. That will solve the problem. The waste output of the CO2 capture was just dumping gas into nowhere and overpressurizing that pipe. I have mentioned a few times that, I don't really like exploding game mechanics too much. This one, look, you're right. It is ridiculous that I do this and not the other things. But, I mean, a man's gotta have standards. A man's gotta have a line. Turns out mine is arbitrarily defined. Hold on, wait a minute. Is that the human condition we've just discovered? Wow, look at us all growing and learning together. Okay, the first thing we're going to want to deal with today is none of this garbage. Forget all of this. This is terrible. We're doing it differently. We are going to want to make Constantan, okay, and make Invar. Okay, probably do want an airlock. I do need a grow light. We're going to make Invar. This is the worst checklist system in the history of checklist systems. Oh, refill gas. Is that for this one? Are you low? That's a very large warning, which makes me think it's this one. Yes. Okay, stick my head out the window again. Okay, perfect. Let's just push that up so that we can refill our mining tanks. Cool. Yes, you I pre-pressurized to be nice and hot. That's right. That was part of my intro, then I forgot. Okay, run some gold through there to push the temperature back up. We'll smelt up some of this silicon. We'll smelt up some of this steel, I think. And then we should be good. I have off-gassed all of these ores already. So that should just pop out without complaint. Lovely. The first one we're going to work towards is... Well, let's just do the steel quickly. That's the easiest. So once that's done processing, close that. And we can run the coal. And then we need 96 iron to make the... 99. Oh, so close. So close. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That was some quick math on my part. I'm proud of myself for that one. We need to get 96 iron made up so that it matches with the 32 hydrocarbons in there, and that'll give us a little bit of steel. Perfect, we are going to need it. Then we're also going to want to make Invar and Constantin. Now, Invar and Constantin are interesting alloys in Stationeers in that they... Constantin first. They require some pretty intense atmospheric and temperature levels to work. We need to get 20 megapascals, or above 20 megapascals, pretty much as long as it's under 100, you're fine. The furnace explodes at 50, so this feels like a bit of an arbitrary line to draw. It also needs to be above 727 Celsius or 100 kilokelvin, which is what the furnace reads in. So there is our nickel. So 90 nickel and 90 copper will produce the... we can just stack it like this. It will produce the Constantin. However, the pressure in there is too low. It's at 15 megapascals. Now, I could just pump gas in from outside, but then our temperature is going to drop too much. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do something far sillier, which is to let this stuff out. It'll spit out what the game calls reagent mix, which is basically just like an intermediary product, a sort of a hybrid ore. We're going to stack that over there for later. And then what we're going to do is we're going to run more nickel through there, close it up, and we're going to do the same thing for the iron. So let's just make another stack of 90, and that's going to make our Invar, right? Which is this one here. Invar is a bit more of a pain to do. It's got a much tighter temperature range and a very tight pressure range you have to make it in. But once again, we're just going to allow this to stack up. There we go. To be reagent mix. And then I'm going to do one quick smelt of iron. Run that through. One quick smelt of 232 copper. And then we'll run the silver through, spike the temperature in there, and hopefully get enough out of it. There we go. To produce both of these alloys. I'd also like to get some of that night gas. We should probably... Oh, God. That's not what I need to do. I need to turn you off before you explode. Ah, he's chilling. Look at, he's chilling. He's literally over the red line. It's okay. I can't see any problems with this whatsoever. There you go. Fill that up. Bang. We're below the line. That's how it's done, baby. Okay, so you need a little bit more pressure. So why don't we chuck a terrifying amount of silver in there. That's going to absolutely skyrocket the temperature. Lovely. We just need it between 1.2 and 1.5 kilokelvin. There we go. We're on the line. This is the one that had the Constantin, so let's do that first. Okay, here comes the Constantin. This one's I'm not worried about at all. Constantin's pretty easy to make. As long as you're above the threshold, it just falls out, right? There she blows. Lovely. And now the Invar. Invar is going to be a bit more of a pain. We chuck that back in. Because, here we go, we're going to have to get the pressure down to the right range. We've got the temperature. We now need the pressure. Now, why are we making these alloys? Well, in order to upgrade our tool printers to produce more complex items, which will help us survive, we do need both of these alloys. And in order to produce more tools, which make it easier to survive, we need these alloys. So basically, it's just needed for the mid-game. There are even more advanced alloys that require the use of an advanced furnace, which is a different machine to this one. We don't have that just yet. We'll get it later. Okay, we're about to dip below 20. We can pop the hatch, and there is our Invar. Perfect. Okay, now, it is nighttime, so before we use that, I'm actually going to let this vacuum out completely so that we can hopefully make a bit of solder as well. And I'm going to go do a little bit of night mining at the start of the episode here so that we have some more iron to work with, because I did use a lot of it for alloying. And we're going to need even more to make our solder. So let's go get it. Aha, there's some right there. Oh, this drill's so much faster. I love it, man. It's such an upgrade. It's such an upgrade. By the way, pro tip, this little pneumatic drill does off-gas when you run it. Like, it does dump the contents of its tank into the room around you. I had it running in my pocket in a test world before I started the series, and my base was just constantly full of pollutant, and I could not figure out why. Turns out it was me. I'm the problem. It's me. Okay, we got 70 iron. That'll be enough to start here. Unfortunately, it is getting pretty hot. We can smelt other ores in the furnace to bring down the temperature, or at least off-gas a bit, but I'm a little bit worried that the lead is going to dump so much oxygen that it's going to cause us trouble. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to chuck the lead through right now so that it... there we go. So that we can just dump the oxygen in there. I don't want it in the furnace. I want that vacuuming it out. Perfect. And then we'll run it through again with the iron. Okay, and let's flip the switch on that. Let's just get a little bit of ore in there. Oh, it's too hot. Way too hot. I guess there was just a tiny bit of... Oh my god, it's so hot. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Is that still producing oxygen gas while it's chilling in there? Nitrous. Ah, lead produces nitrous oxide, which is a much more efficient fuel than oxygen. Oh, sorry, much more efficient oxidizer in that it's a 1 to 2 combustion ratio for volatiles in this game. I don't know about real life, but in Stationeers, 1 volatile, 1 nitrous oxide will produce combustion. It's 2 volatiles, 1 oxide to produce combustion the traditional way, the way Papa intended. Okay, well, you know what? There's not much gas in there at all. So why don't you just continue vacuuming that out, right? Because it's way too hot anyway. And we can run through all this other crud we've just picked up. So there goes the coal. It can just fall out. There goes the copper. It can just fall out. And that's just to bring the temperature down. Yeah, now we're doing something. And then why don't you just run the iron through there? And that should drop the temperature significantly. Because what is the threshold for solder? 350 to 550. Cool, so we're within range. And this is now off-gassed, so let's close that. We'll chuck 20 in there. We need another, I think it's, how much lead did we have? That's iron, iron. Where's the lead? There it is, 31. Okay, so I need another 11 iron. There's our lead. Okay, that was a pretty an annoying run, but we did it. Chuck some gold in there just to push the temperature back up, and then we can process this iron. Okay, lovely. And that does produce oxygen, right? Yes, it does. 2.6 moles for 13. We're going to have to mine a lot of ore if we're going to get gases that way. But it is a way to, you know, quote-unquote do it for free, so I'm not complaining. And let's just get a few silver pieces through there. And now we can run the iron. Okay, cool. So, what are we going to work on today? We are going to go ahead. I know we've been doing this for a while now. There's 2 sort of main systems we can work towards. We can either, I mean, we've done the Constantin and the Invar. So we can either work on upgrading our tools or getting closer to self-sufficiency. And I think upgrading our tools is a little premature. So let's work towards grow light, hydroponics, and our various systems thereof. Okay, I would like to do this with insulated pipes, at least for the corners where we turn the bends. And you're going to make me a sensor kit, just the one, because we need another daylight sensor. We don't need another daylight sensor. We can use the solar panel one. But I'm a fan of you know, segregated logic systems. Call me terribly old-fashioned. I don't know where I'm going with that. Give me a logic IO. This guy. There you go. Chuck that in there. No, wait. This one goes outside. Never mind. We chuck that out there. I would like some more glass so I can repair my solar panels. I did see a comment that said that you can pick them up and put them back down to repair them, which I thought they removed that. That definitely used to be a thing in the game. I thought that got patched out. I'm very happy to be wrong. You need to make me a utility kit so we can take our canister storage and empty the water out. Then we'll need hydroponics trays to actually grow stuff in. And these are expensive. Yeah, they're 10 grams of iron a pop. We need a grow light to actually keep this thing alive. I want to get the potatoes going now, because it's only, like, they take time, right? So the sooner we start them, the better. Like, we can do other stuff while we wait for that to happen. You can just make me some regular pipe, and you can get some more silicon, because I want a water bottle filler as well. And then for night gas capture, which is something I also like to set up, I'd like some more logic IO, and I'd also like another sensor kit. But that's a different beast. Give me a liquid drain as well. I'll explain everything we're working towards here in a second. Liquid drain. Okay, have I got everything I need here? Maybe. I'm not sure. These sensor kits are going to go outside. That's going to be for the night gas capture. As is that, I need another sensor kit here. We're going to want a gas sensor and a light sensor. That's going to control a lot of these circuits. Is it daytime still? It's daytime still, so we're not going out anytime soon, but we can do the inside edge of things. I don't know what the pressure's up to in there right now, because we have been slowly but surely overpressurizing this space with CO2. We got up to 38 kilopascals. How hot is it in here? Let's have a look. It's 26C. Okay, so the air conditioner did its work. There is no gas left in there, so you need to keep going. I need to go put a vent on that. That's what I'm going to go do. Yeah, you go ahead and you dump CO2 into that room. Don't mind me. I'm going to go put a vent on that thing before we blow up. Let's put down... we need a gas sensor over here. This is going to do some of the logic that will talk to this active vent. And yeah, I think we'll put the hydroponics like here. This is the back of our base. We'll give a daylight sensor up here. Doesn't have to be on the roof. That's just for style points. And I'm going to rename this. I know we are currently pressurizing a pipe. Night gas sensor. There we go. Oh, my light just died. And you're going to be my hydroponics light sensor. I just named them like this because they're all going to end up on the same data network because I'm very lazy. I probably don't want to dump this stuff right next to the base, actually. So let's take a little bit of a chimney out, because if I just dump the hot gas from my air conditioner right outside the place where the air conditioner gas gets taken in, well, you can see the problem there, right? Do I have a pipe cowling? I do not. Let's go make a pipe cowling quickly. Passive vents need to be attached to a frame. Pipe cowlings can be built floating around in the air on top of pipes. That's the difference between them. Don't ask me why they have two. They do the same thing. There we go. Pipe cowl. I guess it's for style. Okay, build this there. All right, lovely. Oh, yep, there comes the gas. Okay, cool. So that's that done. We probably do want to put a liquid drain on that at some point, but it can wait. You do need your logic set up. We don't have to do this right now, but I'm here. Okay, so this is going to... What do we want to do? We want to read from this sensor. We want to read from the night gas sensor the temperature. So we're going to need a logic reader. We're going to want to write to the active vent. So we read the temperature. We're going to want to compare that to a memory value. So I actually need some more circuits here. Yeah, read that temperature, compare it to a memory value. If it is lower than the value, turn the vent on. So we do still need a batch. You know, I'll do with the batch writer. Why not? But yeah, I need a memory and a math unit. Okay, cool. You can do most things in this game with memory and math. With math and memory. My waste tank is very full. I do see that. Oh, I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste it, ironically. You know what I need to do? I need to just carry around a spare canister. That's what we're going to do. That's going to solve that problem. That's part of the tool upgrades that we're going to get to today. Just give me another canister.
Waste tank critical.
Yeah, I'm working on it, lady. And this is just going to be an empty can. Okay? And in this empty can, we just put our waste gases. That's the idea. So you can just chill over there. I'll empty you out when I go back in. All right. Solution. And then we'll just carry the empty one around with us. Since it's episode 6, we should also probably talk about the final goal of the series. As you can tell, I'm very good at being a YouTuber. I only convey the most important information 25 minutes into an episode instead of at the start like a professional would. That's how you know I'm the real deal, baby. I think it'd be pretty cool if we could build a swimming pool on Vulcan. I think that could be pretty cool as our final goal. Also, the health of our solar panels seems to be completely fine. I guess did I repair? No, I don't have duct tape. How did that happen? Did I repair them at some point and forgot about it?
Temperature high.
Wait, no, I need that one. Oh, it's hot. It's hot in here. It is hot. Is that going to kill me? I don't know. We definitely do not want to put the plants in the ground right now. They will die. And we definitely do not want to expose the water. But we can build the systems in the meantime. Yeah, 50C is too high. But we do have 51 kilopascals of pressure, which is above the pressure threshold that we need to comfortably keep our plants alive. So, where are my hydroponic trays? I didn't print them. Can you give me some hydroponics trays? Do you know what else I want? I want a portable scrubber. Yeah. Put some more iron. Chuck that in there. We only got 3 plants. We might as well do 3 trays. I'm going to plant them all because, I mean, if one dies, we're dead anyway. We'll run out of food before the next one grows. So it's all or nothing, baby. Then becomes the question of how do we produce water, right? Like, what do we do to get water going reliably for us? I'm not sure. We could have to use the H2 combustor, which is done with an atmospheric skid, which is not something we have really thought about just yet. What does the portable scrubber require? Gold, steel, Invar, solder. Well, we have all that now. All right, lovely. Oh, now it's nighttime. Now it's nighttime. Of course, now it's nighttime. Grumble, grumble. Okay, there's that. And then I want you to make me a volatiles filter. And we'll just do the big ones. Silver and Constantin. Finally a use for our silver. Finally a use for our Constantin. Okay, there's my math unit. I think I only need the 1. So we'll chuck that out there. I think that's going to be fine for the night gas stuff. It doesn't need to be complicated. The reason we're doing it with a temperature sensor instead of a daylight sensor, because we could just, is the night on? If it is on the night, then turn on the machines. But then, of course, if there was a storm, we'd pull in the bad stuff too. Do you know what I do need? Is a battery. Give me another battery and make it wireless. Give me this one. This is one of my favorite quality of life upgrades, is to start switching over to wireless batteries. We've been doing it slowly because our power situation has been a bit unstable. But you give me a wireless cell, and then give me an Omni transmitter. And what we can do is just keep this portable scrubber charged forever, basically. And we can eventually put Omni batteries in all of our tools, which will give us a ton of it's a huge quality of life boost. The only one I never use it for is my portable light, because if you walk away from the base, it just sort of stops. I'm probably never going to use that data port, so this feels like a good a spot as any. Go right there. I can still get to the back. That'll work. That's going to drive someone crazy, and I'm here for it. Are these suffering any efficiency losses? Nah, they're 99%. I don't mind crowding them a bit. We've got so much power, it's really not even a problem. Okay, you're going to be my logic memory. You are going to be my... I need a math compare. There you go, compare unit. That's what I want. And we'll just do it over here. Okay, let's get this thing set up. I didn't have enough cable. Oh, it's always something with you, isn't it? It's always something. You need to make cables. Many cables. And I need to just wait for the night now. And this thing is now full of pollutant. Lovely. Okay, give me a new oxygen tank. Thank you, sir. And dump my waste tank. Thank you, sir. We can start setting up our bits and pieces here in the meantime. Our grow light can go... Let's put it right over there. There's our cable coming in. So let's go get some more cable so that we can start wiring this stuff up. Do I even care if you just do like 174 copper as wires? I don't think I do care if you do 174 copper. You know, I'm just going to leave you going. Whoa. I think I got gas in there. I did get gas in there. Crud. Okay, maybe the airlock needs to come sooner than I thought. Okay, hydroponics trays are going to go down right over here so that they're underneath the grow light. Let's wire up said grow light. And then we want to put our logic down. So what the logic's going to do is it's going to read the information from the daylight sensor and then write it to any grow lights in this room with the batch writer, something you've seen before, which we did with the solar panels. So it shouldn't be overly confusing, I hope. Let's run this through here. And give it up. There we go. Connect that. Flip this. And connect that. Okay, cool. Label and then set up. Okay, so let's set this bad boy up. You're going to take in information from the light sensor. You're going to read the activation. So if the sun's up, it should read a 1. Turn you on. Oh, you're not plugged into anything. Right, yeah. Okay, it was not going to do anything if it's not plugged in. Mr. Unemployed. Huh? Mr. Bald. Huh? Mr. Idiot. Now you read 1 because it's got power. And then you're going to take the value from the reader. You're going to send it to the grow lights. And you're going to set the on value. So if that reads 1, this will send a value of 1 to the grow light, and 1 means on. So, ding! As long as there's daylight, the grow light turns on. It's that simple to do an automatic day-night cycle. And we've got the power to not really stress about the little things here. Also, as you can see, this little battery is staying at 99%, even though the scrubber's on. And I'm just going to leave that on in perpetuity then. Okay, you need to help me take water out of that canister. We can't do this yet on account of me making things a little hot in here. But I'm going to put that canister over there. We will bring pipe down like this. We're going to want a water bottle filler somewhere along the journey. So I guess for now it could just go like that. How are we going to... I would also like to get a condensation valve involved here. Let's do a corner piece there. Right, drop you. I need a wrench. Link that up. And then what we can do is something a little bit sneaky-like, but it will work. We'll just use the insulated pipe for now, because it's what I have on hand. And just connect this up like so. And then build in a condensation valve. And what that will do, there we go, is it will allow any gas, water gas vapor in this room to sort of send itself down into the pipe network again. Basically allow the water to condense back into the pipe. Then I need to build connections to the hydroponics themselves, which will come from here. And again, we just want to insulate the corners because they stick outside. And that's probably going to be a T-junction for a water bottle filler at some point. And maybe it'll have to go the other way, actually, because I think it has power on the back. Cool. And then, yes, we need a liquid drain so that we can, because this is going to leak water. It's inevitable. So why don't we put a liquid drain, I'm going to say, right over there. And what we're going to do is we're going to set a one-way water valve like this so that only the liquids can get back in, I hope. I think this is going to be okay. Let me just disconnect this in case it does dump atmosphere into this. Okay, does that allow atmosphere in? It does. And it's hot. Okay, I was really hoping that the liquid valve here would not allow the gases through, but it looks like that's not how it works. Okay, is there a version of this that does that? If anyone knows of a version of this that does that, please let me know. I would like to keep a one-way valve. That's what we had. We had the one-way valve liquid. Okay, well, either way, I mean, I don't want the liquid coming out of the pipe network and evaporating. So we'll keep the one-way valve there. And I guess if we have gas in the pipe, that's okay because it'll just help pressurize it, right? So that we don't have so much liquid going to vapor inside our gas system. And this drain will hopefully, any water that spills out of this will hopefully get pulled back in to our system. All right, the water is very much still 0.10, so it's not fully implemented yet. It's actually getting hotter in here, and I think that's because the machines are running. So we need to dump a lot of that gas and then pull in a lot of night gas. Is there? I did let gas out into here. Okay, so we should just leave that running for a while just to siphon up everything in here. Man, that's a thing of beauty, isn't it? POV, you play Stationeers? $200 cables stacked up. That's gonna help. That's gonna help. Okay, and there goes the sun. So, man, are we really stuck out here with like... We got 0.4 kilopascals of pressure. I'm going to dump some of it out into the atmosphere. I know it's a little goofy. I know it's a little risky. But I want it gone. Okay, there we go. We pulled a vacuum. Let's just turn these off so I don't pull a vacuum again, mistakenly. And let's go outside and finish up our night gas capture and also dump out all of that gas we have got in there right now because we don't want it. Okay. Vacuum you out completely, please. You are too hot. Far too hot. We have another vent. Let's make use of it. That's why we do the batch riders. You know what? We got a bit of space here. Let's go further out. Because they will interfere with each other if they're this close together, I think. Oh, look at that. It's even next to a cable. And I do want to isolate these networks. An APC would be really good for that. You are called active vent. I want you to... Yeah, I don't want to just send to active vents. This is going to be set to night gas active vent. And we're going to name both of these things the same. It works on the alias, I think. At least I hope so. Do we have any other active vents on this network? We probably do. Yeah, no, I maybe want to isolate the data if I'm going to do this with logic. These can be kind of silly. Let's see what that's able to connect to once I wired it up. So what we're doing now is we're automating the capture of the nighttime gases, right? And there's a good chance I accidentally like turn on my airlock vents if I do this wrong. So we need to be a little bit careful. I'm not very smart, and this sort of stuff is hard. Okay, so what did we want to do? We wanted to set U to the value we want at nighttime. So the coldest it seems to get out here is 126C. Is that because I'm next to that tank? No. Okay, it's cold over there too. So 126C in Celsius is what, like 399 Kelvin, 400 Kelvin, something like that. And it seems to be pretty constant for a while. So let's basically say, if you are less than 400 Kelvin, which is basically nighttime, we want to turn these things on. Okay, so I want to read the value from our Night gas active vent, night gas sensor, night gas sensor. I'm gonna go get an APC. I'm isolated my data networks. I'm a simple girl. I can't be asked to do it this way. I'm so sorry. I know this episode's way too long already, Magic. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Please spare my children. I haven't seen them in so long. Give me a power kit is what I need. Area power controller solar. Because what this will do is it will separate all the stuff on the other side of this cable from the stuff on this side of this cable. It's just an efficient way to distribute power. IMO. We don't even need to put a battery in there. Well, we could put a battery in there. We got some batteries lying around. Give me a battery. Just give it a little one. Just so we got a little bit of lead time. In case something goes wrong. Or better yet, give me a wireless one, and we'll swap out a wireless tool. Or two. Yeah, swap out these for wireless ones, and then we got some extra little batteries floating around. Certainly can't hurt. There you go, and look at that. Just charge it up. As long as we're near the base, that'll charge. And it's perfect for tools like the labeler and things that you don't find yourself using all that much. It's really annoying for something like your light, because they have much less capacity. Like, much less. Alright, so you're going to have to move up a block. That's not going to work anymore. And then our power kit goes here. This is the same thing we were using at the start. That just lets us separate these networks. Alright, so now you'll see that we don't have all those other vents and stuff on here. It's just the stuff on this little network, which is much simpler to work with. Okay, so you're going to take value from the night gas sensor. You are going to read the temperature. I'm going to turn you on. So right now you're reading 425 Kelvin, so that is too low. You're going to send that value to the compare unit. I want you to turn on. I want you to take value from the logic reader, which needs to be named. We're going to call that the... Oh, kitten. Oh, Christ. Not right now. Night gas reader. Night gas writer. Night gas compare. Night gas memory. Night gas vent. It's active vent. Right. Night gas active vent. Okay. Alright, so you are going to... What was I doing here? Before I was so rudely interrupted. You are going to read from the night gas reader. You are going to check if it is equals... No, less than. If you can check if it's less than the memory. Right now it's not, of course, because it's hot as heck out here. And then you... That's going to output a 1 or a 0. You are going to take in the comparator. You're going to send it to the active vents, which I think should just be called active vents. Yeah, because that goes by the hash type, not by the name, Fred. And yes, it's a good thing we isolated that. And you are going to set the on setting. So right now, it should turn these off. It did. Okay, and we want to set these both inwards. Perfect. And that means that there should be nothing in here. But tomorrow night, we should see that fill with gas. Okay, then we're going to want to take data out of this tank. And we're going to need to... Actually, we need to do another thing, because we don't want to blow this thing up. We want to set a pressure threshold that will overwrite what's going on here. Night tank. The night tank is a very cool name, but that's not the one we're going with. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to read the pressure from this lad and then turn it on... turn off the system when the pressure gets too high. And the way we'll do it, just because we're absolutely crazy with it, we could just turn off the APC, but then it won't ever turn back on, so that's not going to work. Alright, well, while we wait for the sun to set one last time, I have all the bits and pieces I need to set up the night gas capture ending bit. I think I know how I'm going to do this. We have refilled the gas. That's done. We are about to do night gas capture, so I'm going to drop the trowel on that one. Let's pick that up. Put these back down. We have air conditioning, kind of, so I'll put that there as well. We have signs one by one, so I'll put those back up as well. We have set up our hydroponics. It's done. We have a grow light. It's done. So now what remains of the original tasks is water production, setting up an airlock, and others. Okay, so water production. What else do we need to do next? There's a lot. There's a lot we have to do. So we need to plant the potatoes. Shut off the night gas when it gets too much pressure, because it will happen very quickly. We need to filter the pollutant so that we can start to capture it, and we ideally want to liquefy it too. So we'll filter pollutant and then liquefy pollutant, because this will make a really effective coolant later on. There were some great comments with ideas about how to do that, so thank you so much to the people who shared that. I believe they were all on episode 4, which is really cool. If you have any ideas in the comments you'd like to share about how we can use the liquid pollutant to cool our base, I know we can use that phase diagram we saw earlier. And I understand the theory, but how it's going to work out practically is a bit confusing to me. I think I need a lot more space first so I can experiment. What are we going to want to do? We're going to want a microwave so that we can microwave and desk so that we can cook the food we make. We're going to want a fridge to start storing stuff in. And what else? Oh, water production for sure, right? Which means that we're definitely also going to want a water capture system, maybe? So we'll say like a water storage. I'll put that down for now, and we probably want another sign. But that'll be good for now. This trading, we could probably do a bit of trading to help us out. I want to upgrade my printers too. You know what? Yeah, let's scale back. Let's get some more signs printed here. So we want to upgrade our printers, all of them. I want to upgrade my tools. And that means things like getting the wireless batteries. It means things like getting the new... this plate is very annoying. I don't think they really expected people to make YouTube checklists, so I'm not blaming the devs, but that really is in the way. It's kind of cool to see that they are individually modeled pieces, though. Like even the rivet over there in the shelf. Yeah, what else do I want to see? I want to upgrade my printers, upgrade my tools. I'd like to get the advanced miner, but that can sort of fall under here. Hello, kitten. Welcome back. Yes, demonic entity class 7 detected in the facility once again. Let's head outside, put down this logic, and get this done. So I'm fairly confident this is going to work. I think that I am not crazy. I think this is going to happen. Let's go ahead and put down another compare unit. What we want to do now is check the pressure in that tank against a sort of baseline we set and make sure it doesn't go over it. So we're going to need a reader. We'll need another writer to send commands to the the vents. Sorry, that's what they're called. And then a memory circuit to compare against, because we have to set the value we want to store, right, or that we want to compare against. So let's start connecting. And there we go, the jankiest cabling job you've ever seen, and we're done. Let's go ahead and name some of this. So this was the night gas tank. Let's go ahead and name all of this appropriately. So that'll be night gas memory. You'll be the night gas reader, which is, oh man, capturing the night gas. Someone did say we call that a Dutch oven in the US, which I'm sorry that you felt the need to say it, but thank you for doing so. The logic reader here is going to take the value from that tank, because the value of the tank is also going to be the value of the whole system. We don't need to use a pipe analyzer if we've got a tank, and we're going to read the pressure from it. So right now the pressure is 0, and that's because there's no gas in there. That is what we expect to see. That's good. We can confirm that using our tablet. Yep, there's nothing in there. Okay, then you are going to take the value from the night tank reader. What are you called? You're the night gas reader. What are you? You're also the night gas reader. No, you can't both be the night gas reader. You need to be renamed. You're going to be the night tank reader. Yeah, that's what we need to call these. Otherwise, this is going to break. Okay, that's a safer setup. So you're going to take values from the night tank reader, that one. You're going to check if it is greater than what is stored in the night tank memory, which should be 0, because right now 0 is less than 0. Not exactly, but you get the vibe. I want let's say 4,000 megapascals of pressure in there, no more, no less. Okay, so these are going to turn on and off, and that's because it is now... It's actually 127, not 126. I think there's a rounding thing going on here. So let's set your value to 403. And that should just keep them on. There we go. Yeah, I don't mind having a slightly hotter gas. Okay, so the pressure in there is rising. We are now on the clock. You are now giving a value of 0 because you're comparing to that. Cool. You're going to take the value in from night tank compare. You're going to send it to the active vents, and you are going to set the on value. Turn on. Okay, so you shutting yourself off, which is good, because... Oh, actually, I need to invert this, don't I? Yeah. So just, okay, just do the other way. Yeah, that's fine. So as long as it's less than 1, this will tell the pumps to stay on. Yeah. Okay. So as long as the tank pressure is less than 4, these turn on. Perfect. The temperature check is being done and telling these things to turn on, but then the pressure check is being done and telling them to turn off. I can see a way this will stall out, which is that if this tank somehow drops below pressure, is it going to turn back on during the daytime? That's what worries me, right? Okay, so now you've turned yourself back on. The pressure was... Okay, it came back in, and we were Gucci. Okay, set you both like this. Set you both on. So you're going to vacuum out the tank. Okay, turn you both off. Set you both inwards. You should now be sending a turn on signal. And it's stalled. So how do I get this thing to continuously check? What is the update cycle on this logic process? That I have no idea. Because by all means, that should have turned this back on, right? But it hasn't. Because it is now below the threshold. It is the correct temperature. It is the correct thing. Both of these should work. Which means what we actually need to do is have another comparison unit which checks the value that if the value of this comparer and this comparer are both 1, if it's both the right temperature and the right pressure in the tank, then you send a 1 signal to a batch writer. And then we only need 1 batch writer. Yes, these are conflicting with each other. That's the fix. Okay, let's go get another math module, and we'll get this functional. So this compare unit and this compare unit both need to say 1. That's the kicker. And then if they both say 1, we can send a value to the batch writer, and we'll use that one. Why not? Oh man, I hope I haven't lost too many people. Sorry, I myself am figuring out how this works in this episode, like live on camera right now before you. Normally I come into these with a little bit of prep, but I thought it might be fun to do this one raw, you know? And we're paying the price for it because it is incomprehensible, I'm sure. Okay, so you are going to be we'll call you the night gas compare. Yeah, that'll work. That's not going to confuse anyone. And you are going to check whether or not night gas compare is equal to night tank compare. If they both have the correct state, yes, then you read from the night gas compare, you read the on value to it, which right now should be 0, so it's turned them off. Okay, cool. So when the nighttime comes, and it is both dark and this tank is empty enough, this should turn on and repressurize to 4 megapascals. If it doesn't, I will surrender and build an IC circuit with a computer and we'll do some coding. But I really don't want to do that. I like trying to do this stuff with the logic because my brain can't process it, and that feels like a challenge. You know what I mean? Yeah, you should be... Okay, so you should be reading 1 because the pressure in there is too low. That is correct. That's what we want to see. We're checking, does this one equal this one? If both of them are 1, turn on the tank. Now, it could come to pass that both of them are 0. Hold on. Wait a minute. If both of them are 0, there's too much pressure and it's hot. This will also turn on. Ah, we haven't solved anything. Well, okay, boys, back to the drawing board. Thank you all so much for watching. I need to head off to work. I really appreciate you spending your time puzzling this one out with me. Please let me know if you have any solutions for this conundrum, because, man, I just don't. Oh, I'm missing a piece. There's a piece to this puzzle that I can do in Java, but I cannot do in freaking MIPS, man. It's assembly code. I don't know assembly. Oh, baby, but hold on. We don't got no water. That's a problem. We're gonna have to build the water bottle filler, and it's gonna get hot in these pipes. We can just insulate them. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, iron, copper, silicon, water bottle filler. Quickly, let's just do this, and then we go to work and don't get fired. Then we remain largely employed. Yeah, the LU thing, really, it hasn't been true for a while, gamers, and I hate it. Whoever was like, get a degree, get a job, life gets better after 30, they were right about, 2 of those things. I'll let you take your pick. Give me a water bottle. Give me a water bottle. Chuck, you know, yeah, we'll do one. We'll do one. I'm a little scared. We're gonna, against my better judgment, we're gonna crack the pipe. We're gonna fill that up.
How slow?
And we're gonna slurpy. Our precious, precious limited water supplies. Okay, so how do we solve the water crisis next time? We will either go and find a trader to buy stuff from. We do have 200 euros and we can sell them some ingots. Or we start electrolyzing water. I know which one of those two things sounds more fun. I don't know which one I'm gonna do yet. Comments down below. See you all later. Thank you all so much for being here. Me and the Nightmare. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers. You made it to the end of the video. Congratulations and thank you. That puts you in the top 3% of viewers. Here's another video that YouTube thinks you're going to like, and here is a list of all the patron and channel member names. If you don't see yours on there, you can find a link down in the description where you can sign up and support this content directly. If your name is on there, well, you probably already know that, huh? So, what are you still doing here?